Yo, Trisha's in the house. There are a few things on sexuality I'm more clear about, so I decided to make a part 2. Now please don't be offended by this, I'm just explaining how I see the two viewpoints on why people accept gays and why people don't. Let's start with the homophobes. Now, I'm not a homophobe, but I do understand why some people are. Gay people need to chill and just try and understand why people don't like them or don't like what they do. They don't need to agree, but if they at least somewhat understand, there will be less argument. The way I see it, the religious people see being gay as a sin. I'm sure most people have heard about the woman that said, "It's Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve." Even if someone isn't religious and they don't like gays, it's because they don't think it's natural. A lot of people think it's against nature. In my biology class my freshman year of high school, we learned that animals, including humans, are to reproduce. That's the natural instinct of animals, to find a mate. And to reproduce, you need a male and a female. Therefore, being with the same sex seems wrong and repulsive and such things as that. It's looked at in a way that says it's against God, against what's morally correct. Now, you don't need to take that to offense gay people. I mean, I don't agree. I don't particularly agree with what they say, that being gay is wrong and it's sinful and things like that. But if you think about it in an open-minded way, in a spiritual way, then you might understand that, yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense. I see why they don't like my sexual choices. But homophobes also need to understand why people think being gay is okay. Now, for the religious people, there's a gay man and a lesbian that go to my church. No one talks about it. No one says they're sinning. They're actually really nice people. And actually, nothing about sexuality is taught at my church. Why? Because we believe it's a social choice. It's not a sin. It's not against God. Just because you're gay doesn't mean God hates you. What you do sexually is your choice, and it doesn't hurt anyone. You're not trying to hurt anyone. You're not tricking anyone into anything. It's a social choice. Now, at my church, we follow the New Testament, because I'll just tell you my religion, that might make more sense. I'm Orthodox Christian. So, we look at the New Testament, we read the Gospel. Nothing in there says that being gay is wrong. In fact, it doesn't mention sexuality in that way necessarily. It just doesn't talk about it. That's why we believe it's a social choice and not necessarily a sin or not a sin. Now, I don't know what you believe at your church, if you do go to church, or in your religion, or your mosque, or your temple, or wherever you go, or if you don't go anywhere. But that's what my family and my church, and that's what I believe. That's how we view things. That's why some gay people that's how some gay people think. That's not why they're gay necessarily, but that's one of the reasons people say it's okay to be gay. For the non-religious people, I've never really discussed it with anyone who's non-religious, since my family is religious, so I'm not really quite sure how to explain it myself. I won't say it's not natural, but I won't say it's natural either. Like I explained in part 1, it's their choice. If you want more detailed description, then go watch part 1 of this again, or for the first time if you're starting with part 2. The most important thing for everyone to remember is that you have to be open-minded. If you don't like what gay people do, if you don't agree with it, If it disgusts you in any way, then just stay away from those people. There's no reason you should throw insults at them or anything like that. Don't waste your time following them around and just being mean to them just because you don't agree. Let them do their own thing and just don't pay attention to it. If you're not doing it, that's all that should matter to you, right? If someone's throwing insults at you just because you're gay, the most important thing to do is not yell back. Just smile calmly, walk away, whatever. Sure, it might actually hurt, but yelling makes it so much worse. Just ignore them and do your own thing. Don't associate with what you don't like or don't agree with. Just let them do their own thing and you do yours. There's no reason for so much hate and yelling and making people feel bad. Just be yourself. Be happy with who you are and forget about the people that don't like you. Who cares what they think? You be you and don't worry about anyone else. Alright, I think that's about it. I have a few other things I want to say about gays and sexuality and all that, but I can probably make a part 3 for that because they're slightly off of the topic about why people think being gay is wrong or right. Hope that helped open minds. Trisha, out.